So I think something to be aware of is that we seem to support people when they're dead. When they die, we care for them because we realize the value we realize their value when they're gone. Because we take that away, then we realize what's missing. We have it and it's there all the time. We don't think nothing of it because it's in front of us. But once it leaves us, then we value it more. So that scarcity of the presence brings more value to the worth. And it's a shame that when people are gone, they're worth more. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be, when you're here now, I'm gonna support you and I'm gonna care for you, I'm gonna love you, and I'm gonna make sure that you have what you need right now, because you not having that could actually be while you're gone. I don't know if people realize that. So it's like, I have this issue with when you are a child, right? Or when you are an adolescent, your parents and your family, they buy stuff for you. They buy you thousands of dollars of gifts and toys and fucking bullshit you don't need like a year later because you're gonna break that shit. It's like you don't do that when the person grows up. So let's say I'm 25 now. Let's say I'm 25 and I got a business idea. You know, I've been scratching my brain about it. I'm thinking about it for years. I go make a business plan. I got all the statistics. I got a 3-year projection. I got everything. I got the marketing planned out. Everything's good to go. We're ready to go. And you go up to your mom or dad or whatever, whoever it may be, and you're like, hey, I need like $5,000, and this is gonna blow everything out the water in whatever industry that you're working towards. You know, say you're making a new cell phone, you're making some kind of invention that connects people in relationships, something, making a new kind of studio. That wall activated. You know, you can record yourself inside of a booth that's activated from the inside, so you don't have to be on the outside at the same time. Everything from mixing right then and there, voice change. Like, I'm just getting carried away with too much of the concept, but that seems like a good idea. I think I might dibble and dabble in that later. But whatever it is, and they're just like, no, not even a sit down. I'm gonna help you plan through this. Let's put our brains together and see how this may or may not work. No SWOT analysis, just a no. It doesn't, no. And you're like, what the fuck? Now I gotta go rob, steal, and kill niggas to get fucking what I need in order to make shit happen. If you're from where we're from, that's the mentality. I'm gonna go sell drugs. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm not talking about the average person in the suburbs, fucking that doesn't need anything insofar as financial stability or support. But if you are, same thing. Why do we have to wait until we're gone? And in this case, when we have this crab in a bucket mentality, I think that when people make it, it makes us bitter because it reminds us that we didn't make it. So we want to pull them down to our level so we can not make it together because it feels better. It's crazy. So it's another thing to fix. When we do make it, are we going to hate on each other as far as the people are concerned? The people around us. Did you ever do something that outshines somebody else? Insofar as even dressing better. You go to the club, dress nice, you're fucking getting attention, getting compliments, and your friends are like looking at you sideways, like, ugh, why do they get all the compliments? Well, I look nice too, don't I? But why do they get all the compliments? You know, it's an insecure thing. And people are insecure. That's petty. It's really petty. It makes you do stuff that you wouldn't normally do. Get an attitude with somebody you wouldn't normally get an attitude with because they're dressed better. Is that a reason to be mad? But like, it seems like, I don't know if it's it seems like everything makes people feel something. Like everything makes people feel a certain way. And they can't just let it be. Like, and that's a common thing I hear all the time. What else? If somebody does something better, then it is what it is. You have to acknowledge it. And even maybe even find out what makes them good at it. Because if you do, then maybe you can even eventually do it better than them. I was listening to Tim Ferriss, and he was saying how he's a guy where he doesn't hide his techniques, and he doesn't hide his strategies, how he markets and things like that. Because if somebody takes it, he says 9 out of 10 times, they reach back out to him and teach him something that he never knew, which is pretty cool. And we're so busy hiding stuff that we're not learning anything. Like, it's not as really hard, or I think there's not as much backlash as we think that there may be if we just let it go. So that's what this whole situation makes up for me. There's a lot of knots that need to be untied, and I think there's a lot of learning that needs to come around this time. And I think we have to understand the value of life in its physicality, and also the lessons that come with that. Because we may never have to deal with stuff like this again if we realize the importance of life now, and also realizing how resources are unlimited to everyone. So if we start sharing more, there'll be more, and there will be less of things that we don't want. Yeah. Oh, I was caught in between a yawn and a fucking. Oh, my face was stuck. I was gonna look. I'm probably not even gonna edit this. Maybe I should add some music. I don't know. Too many thoughts right now. But every day, every single day, I've been reminded, and it's like, because it's not in front of us, we forget. We forget. Even the recent passing with Nipsey, we're gonna forget. And it's not gonna be a thing of like, you forget about it, like, not able to recall it immediately, but the feeling, like, I said, it wasn't like there wasn't a gang, what's it called? It was not gang unity within like over 10 years, I believe. So is it gonna be maybe a couple months, a couple years, and then hell break loose again? And then there needs to be another gang unity in another 10 years. And they're like, oh, we haven't had this in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Like, when does the cycle stop? Like, like, when does the cycle of things stop? When do we say, enough's enough, this is not going to happen anymore? Like, when am I not gonna be feel like I'm forced to react to this situation this kind of way? Right? When are we gonna do things differently as people and individuals? Because right now, not too much is changing. There's a hope, but there's not a guarantee, and the guarantee is very, very non-existent. The only thing we can do is get as close to something as we possibly can. And yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Because it doesn't stop. It does not stop. All this energy that goes into having to immortalize the attributes of a physical presence that could have been now transformed into energy that it would take to cement our culture in its authenticity and to more of an integral part of society, and integrity, and being respected for what we've built and what we've done and what we've become in a ubiquitous manner, so everybody can see it, so everybody knows. So we're not taken as a joke anymore. So we're not those people that kill each other over there anymore. We're not those people that are known for taking each other down anymore. We're known for accomplishments and what we built for years to come. Is that hard to ask? Well, why be known for that? Why be known like for taking each other down? That's what we're known for. Creating a bad reputation in business for us. You're not going to trust us. That's why it's hard for us to make deals happen and to swing it and to like build stuff and for people to trust us. When you book at clubs, hip hop shows, the insurance of the club goes up, or the venue goes up, because the chances of something happening are more likely than any other genre of music. It goes up because the chances of something happening is likely. It's more likely than any other genre of music. And they say, my bad, yo. They say that if you want to know something and you don't have the answer, follow the money. Follow the fucking money. That's proof. So statistically, that's what it is. So maybe we should start taking each other more serious and actually valuing what we have now as a people instead of waiting till it's gone. I think that's a good idea. What about you? If you have any comments or anything, leave them below. Because this is a thing to where, like, I can't solve this by myself. I don't have all the answers. I'm scratching my lip. Lips are dry. Nothing there. Don't you talk about my lip. So I don't have all the answers. I don't have all of anything. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, that's what we're here for. Facts Fuckery. Voice for the people. Not just comedy. There's some real issues that need to be discussed. And it's like, you don't have to deal with it all stern and fucking, you know, be a fucking wad about it. Like, just fucking talk about it and fucking help people understand what's going on. That's real. Like heart to heart. You know what I mean? I can articulate that correctly. I'm trying. But this is pretty much raw, uncut, and unedited. So, yeah, come together, do something. Discuss some shit and build something. We're providing an outlet, platform for people to do that right now. It's growing rapidly. And why don't we use that to our advantage? You see us ran by two brothers. I mean, what more can you ask for? We're building this. No handout from nobody. Nothing. Just us. Formerly fucking on the streets. And it wasn't like that always. Fell from grace. And had to pick ourselves back up and form the podcast that's rapidly growing with no help. Just two minds putting it together with a like goals. Everything else is history. Think of what we can do with more. Alright? So leave in the comments your thoughts about this. Don't half-ass it. Watch the whole thing. And let me know what's going on. So everybody else that sees this video, you're going to see your comment and give more feedback. And then we're on to something. Then we're building. Peace.